And I ride like the wind. Guess who's back? Back again in the studio, ready to spit bars. DeRo.
Guess who's back? Back again.
DeRo's back.
Guess who's back?
What a week we've had. You were gone during the international break. You come back. Champions League football returns. Club football returns. CONCACAF qualifying.
Spicy.
We got a great episode for you guys today with topics all over the field here. So why don't we get started with the World Cup draw? It's next Friday, December 5th. You're going.
Yes, I'll
so
be there.
Tell me a little bit
Juicy,
about that. Yeah, it's going to be juicy, man. I mean, these pots look fantastic. But before we go into the teams, how you feeling about the draw? I mean, you must be excited. You're heading out to Washington, D.C. next week. What's the vibe like?
Yeah, I think, again, I just keep reiterating the fact that knowing that World Cup is coming to our home city, coming to the soil of Canada, and just being a part of that draw is going to be surreal, man. Just sitting there knowing that, anticipating who we're going to draw here in Toronto, who Vancouver's going to draw. I just can't wait, man. It's going to be exciting.
Yeah, and I mean, the teams, we have a good even draw of pots here. I mean, there's a lot of dangerous teams in 2, 3, and 4. I mean, obviously, pot 1 is completely loaded. It seems that a lot of the teams that were meant to be there have found themselves there and in pole position to kind of get themselves in a great group here. But in pot 2, like, let's just go through it quickly. I see Croatia, Morocco, Colombia, Uruguay, Switzerland, like Senegal, even Australia and Ecuador we talked about before. These are good teams. So, and there's a lot going on here.
And we're definitely getting one of those teams. So,
yeah.
Lot to be excited about. I mean, we've played Ecuador, we played Colombia, so there's teams in there that we've played.
Played Morocco and Croatia last World Cup.
Yeah. So, listen, there's no easy games in a World Cup.
Never.
We saw what happened in Qatar, in Qatar, as people say.
Qatar.
Yeah.
We saw what happened in Qatar.
With Argentina in the first game against Saudi.
Yeah.
Right? There's no easy games. The world of football is evolving. The world of football is adapting. The world of football is getting more competitive. It's great to see Curacao make it. Great to see Haiti make it, representing CONCACAF. And amazing. I'm so happy. Panama, of course, which for me is not a big surprise. But those two for sure. Curacao, Haiti making qualifying.
Is shocking.
Smallest country ever to qualify for World Cup.
Yeah.
But it just goes to show with the expansion of the World Cup, allowing more countries to qualify, creates space and creates opportunities for these smaller countries. And these smaller countries now could not only we're looking at develop and strengthen their football program, but also now help their economy, help their, ignite their country, their countrymen, their countrywomen, and set a new standard and inspire the next generation. I think that's the power of the World Cup, and that's what we're going to see here after the World Cup is gone, hopefully across Canada.
Yeah, 100%, and especially in a nation like Curacao. I mean, 158,000 people to qualify for a World Cup, to have your players on the international stage like that. It's going to bring more than just financial gain for that country.
100%, and equally could be said about Haiti. And I'm even more excited that Haiti made it, because it's a country that's been through a lot.
Oh yeah,
a lot. So for them to qualify for this World Cup, again, huge inspiration. You saw them celebrating, the whole country celebrating, and it just lifts their spirits, it lifts their energy after some difficult times with so much different catastrophic events that has happened in Haiti. So this goes far beyond the pitch, and it impacts people's lives, impacts people's attitudes and moods, and it's hey, all the best and all the power to them.
Absolutely. And one of the most interesting things about this is that I was reading yesterday, Canada, of course, like on paper, we can look at it and they could draw Italy. Italy have to qualify, of course, as we were talking before off camera. But more interestingly in that fact is that Italy could play Canada at BMO Field, given the population of Italians here and that would be the cultural event perhaps of the decade. I don't want to see any of those Vaughn guys in Italy jerseys, which probably might happen.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But all I know is that on that day, if that happens, there is no concrete work being done that whole day. The construction industry will fall apart for about 24 hours. But that would be such a huge thing for Canada. I mean, could you imagine? We talked about what it would mean to have countries like Colombia here, countries like Italy, any of the African nations here play. But Italy, wow. That would be
it's like equal to Portugal or any
Greece
or
England,
any of these countries, because it's so as the phrase for Canada is the world in a city, and it's truly genuinely a world in a city. We've seen it against Ecuador. We've seen how many Ecuadorians came out and support that traveled in to support, and again it gave us as a quote unquote a non-football nation, which I still think we're a football nation because we have so many kids playing. We have some of the biggest clubs globally in terms of registrations, in terms of number of kids playing. So it is a football nation at the grassroots level. But now everybody's getting to see, wow, this game is different. Like these fans, Ecuadorian fans, are in it. It's freezing cold.
It was,
and they came out in numbers to support them. And that South American passion for the sport, the European, the African, the Asian passion for the sport. Man, get Korea here as well. Can you imagine?
Really, it's a melting.
Korea, Japan. Can you imagine any of those teams here?
It'd be phenomenal. It'd be phenomenal. But before we get off this segment here, take a quick look at the groups. Why don't you build Canada's ideal group out of these nations here?
Ideal?
A group that would set them up for success, to win the group, perhaps to get out and go deep into this tournament without obviously having to face too many good teams.
The second pot is equally as competitive as the first pot.
You're gonna have to take a hit there.
I would take Australia.
Yep.
I would definitely take Australia. I would definitely take on the third pot. I would take Uzbekistan, and I would take like Curacao.
That's a group. That's a winner. We gotta win.
I'm in a group that I'm thinking we could win, man. I'm not looking for the excitement. I just want us to pass the first round, man.
Competitive games.
I want us to win a World Cup game. We have to win our first World Cup win.
We do,
right? And to get out the group. So I'm gonna pick the teams with no disrespect to any of those countries, because, like I said, there is no easy game.
But I
think pound for pound, we should be able to hold our own at home. It's interesting. It's looking really, really juicy. And December 5th, we'll find out exactly who those teams are.
Yeah, hopefully your presence there gives some Canadian luck.
Yeah, I'm gonna
rub your hands.
Bring up a little maple leaf.
Do whatever. Yeah,
rub my hands in some maple syrup.
Rub your hands in maple syrup. Shake everybody's hand with it. Get the good juju in there so we can draw a really good group. But I honestly, for me, as much as I totally agree with you. I want a group we can win, but I don't care. I think we're going to be fine. I got to be honest with you.
I mean, we should be.
It's going to be good because also we can get away from this shitty weather, and as soon as it gets nice, the World Cup comes. Like, man, the excitement's going to be cool. It's gonna be great.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you remember, June 12th, right? 1 year to kickoff. It was cold.
Yeah, Well, it was cold. Like this.
No, but it was cold.
God,
it was cold. It was cold. So I'm hoping this early snow and it's early cold in November. I don't remember November being like this. No. Let's just deal with it now. And then come February, March, let the weather start changing. And then hopefully by April, May, it could be April showers and truly May flowers. So we're hoping.
Nice. Yeah. Well, you know what? Let's move on. Speaking of refinished stadiums and big stadiums, BC Place was on fire a few days ago with the LAFC versus Vancouver Whitecaps. I guess it was a set conference semifinal game. What a thriller. I haven't watched a game that exciting in a while. And we're talking about a game that was back and forth. Some of the most direct football you could ever see. It saw everything. A last-minute free kick, a goalie assist, a long ball over the top. It saw Sun score 2 and miss a penalty. It had everything, red card included. But Vancouver toughed it out. They got the result. They won the game. And they further that narrative and they keep it alive of that. They are the team of destiny this year.
Yeah, and kudos to Vancouver. I mean, from the start till now, they've been consistent. The most consistent team. I'll tip my hat to also San Diego, who is their opponent. So that's going to be another Royal Rumble of the West.
That's 1 and 2, is it not?
That's 1 and 2, yeah. And they've been the two most consistent teams from the start till now.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited. I do think Vancouver has the edge. I just think they're just continuously building more confidence with each other, and then inject Muller in there. It's man, the guy knows how to get the job done. He
Yeah.
knows how he puts his body on the ball. You can see he's loving it. He's having fun. But what can you say about Son, man? What a player. Free kick, world class in the 90th plus minute.
Yeah.
It's just, like you said, it had everything.
It had everything. The game had,
it did not disappoint at all.
And the environment of BC Place was rocking. I mean, what's that? 45,000 people in that big dome.
And again, that's a little test of what we'll be seeing come next year World Cup time, right? The stadium is, fans there love the game. They came out to support their team, and you saw the LA fans come to support their team as well. Mm-hmm. But I just find it hard. Give San Diego their credit. They're a solid team. They play as a unit. But I think this Vancouver team is they just got the little bit of that. I don't like to say luck, because I always believe you create your luck.
Fate.
But yeah, they got faith on their side, but they work as a team all around the field, and they're very hard to beat. Yeah. The goals that LA scored was quality goals, right? No team really let up any bad goals. It was just heart, desire, great football, great goals. And if San Diego's to beat Vancouver, they have to come with some magic.
They have to come with some magic. They have to essentially, like you're saying, they have to beat the team of destiny. I was like watching this game. I've never seen more goal line clearances in my life. Mm-hmm. Like second chance opportunities.
Players putting their bodies on the line.
People were blocking it with their head, with their knee, with their ass. Yeah. I couldn't believe the action of this. Yeah. And before we go further, I have a question for you.
Bouanga, I think, hit 2 posts.
Bouanga hit. There was a sequence. Where LAFC came in across. They crossed the ball in from the right. It hits the crossbar.
Hit the post first, and then he turns around. Then
he misses the second. The third chance hits the opposite post. I was like, and this was in the 123rd minute, so the play is pretty much over. I have a question about the stadium, though. It is turf.
Yeah, it's going to be grass.
It's going to be grass? Okay, I just wanted to make sure, because
hopefully they keep it grass, because we heard some of the comments from, I think,
Hugo Lloris.
Yeah, Lloris, yeah.
Whatever.
Which is fair.
It's a fair criticism, but let's,
both teams play on it, though.
It's like complaining about the weather, man. Mm-hmm. But and the second thing is you've obviously been there. I've been there on field level when there's a full audience there. It really gives off like a world-class stadium. Mm-hmm. Like, I really, I'm there and I'm like, shit, man, this is, I don't know what the capacity is. It feels like it's enormous. It feels like 60,000. It's probably about 45, but it's just like, when you think about stadiums to play World Cup at, BC Place is like one of the best that we have to offer, if not the best.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm still biased to Toronto.
I still love BMO Field too, but like
in terms of the grass and the environment and what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
But definitely BC Place is closed in. It's close to the field. It's rounded.
Yeah.
So the noise echoes within the stadium, mm-hmm. whereas obviously BMO's open,
but
so
it'll be closed.
It will be closed.
Yeah. So that'll change things.
But hey, what can you say? The fans came, represented. The 12th man showed up. The 12th man delivered. Vancouver delivered. It's going to be a battle Saturday, this Saturday against San Diego. Looking forward to that match. And but I do think that it's going to be a tough team to beat in Vancouver.
What a profound impact that Muller's had on this team, eh?
Unbelievable.
Mentality, offensive ability, and capability and contribution. I mean, this is exactly why you get a player like that. And I don't want to take any digs at TFC here, but take notes. I mean, we've had, not to get too much into this conversation, but we've had guys like Lorenzo Insigne and Federico Bernardeschi come over who, on their day are great players. On their day have had great contributions over the course of their careers, but it really shows when you watch a guy like Muller and you watch a guy like Son, mm-hmm. it really shows like different gravy, man. Different gravy to these guys.
Different players. I would say they have a team that complements them, right? Totally. And with all due respect to Insigne and Bernardeschi, I don't think we had a team that complemented their style, right? And we didn't. We couldn't find the right balance between the two, whatever. And you're gonna get it wrong sometimes, right? You're gonna get it wrong. Things, you try to make, inject certain players of high profile, high level, but at the end of the day, they really have to buy into everything, right?
I'm not so sure that
the city, the culture, the community. I think Bernardeschi did. I think he really bought into the culture here. Agreed. He really tried to fit in. He had a winning mentality. Insigne did for a little bit, but I don't know. He was just a different personality that really didn't go well with the fans.
Soft.
He wasn't approachable for the community. He wasn't accessible for the community, and that's something that is very hard. Where you see Muller, he's smiling, Son is smiling. You know, like you can see how they inject their professionalism into not only the team but into the club.
Yeah.
Because Muller came in there and he said it right away. He said, "Listen, they had no standards." Yeah. Right? At Vancouver organization, they had no standards. Like, no, I'm coming here to win. I'm not coming here to just say, "Oh, we got this legend Muller."
Cash the check.
Yeah, exactly. You know, he said it from the start. Like, I'm here to win. You saw right away. He for the jersey, he gave the guys something. They made it like, you know, he really brought the players in to him and then said, okay, listen, this is how we're going to moving forward. Everybody's going to have accountability. And I think, you know, we didn't really capture that here. And I hopefully, you know, now we have a clean slate to start over again, and hopefully we get it right. We need to get it right.
We need to get it right. Yeah, it's about time that TFC kind of got the reins back on.
I mean, look at Raptors right now. Raptors have no superstars, but they're working as a team.
Right team composition. Yeah,
they're working as a team, and they're grinding it out. Right, just like the Jays. So sometimes it's not always about the big name. It's does that profile fit? You need to sit with that player. You need to understand that player's mentality. Where's the player's head's at? How is he being, you know, you need to question the teams he's at, you know, do your homework, do your research and find out, you know, does this player, he's good, he has quality, but does he fit into our plans?
It's true. And I think honestly, they kind of lucked out with a guy like Muller. I mean, it was a great recognition to scout him and get him, like, maybe we can pull this guy in Vancouver, but there are very few players like Thomas Muller even in Europe right now, with that mentality, with the amount of trophies he's won, with the variety of trophies he's won, with the kind of player he was his whole career. He's very underrated skill-wise. Not a lot of guys think about Thomas Muller and go, oh yeah, I mean, great dribbler, great finisher, but he is those things. He's most known for his mentality on the field. And so if TFC can find a personality like you're saying that can fit, find a guy that can really take this club by the reins and say, you know, we were the best in the world, best in the league a decade ago. And for a while after that, let's get that back because the fans want it. They're starving for a chip, and the city will galvanize under this team.
Yeah, I mean, there's accountability there too, right?
100%.
I mean, if you look, with all due respect to any of those players, there's no one bigger than Messi in my eyes in MLS that have ever played in MLS.
No.
You know, even with due respect to Beckham. There's no one bigger than Messi.
No.
And you can see how Messi injects that confidence, injects that team morale, injects that, you know, belief into the players, right?
How could he not?
But he doesn't need to.
He's won everything. That's what I'm saying.
So, but he comes in, but you go to the locker room and he's there 7:00 in the morning, and you leave and he's still there.
Yeah.
As a player, you got to look at that and say, man, this makes sense. Whereas maybe some players come in, they come in just on time. There's no real interaction with the players. By the time training's done, you're out the door. Like, that's not the player that we need.
No.
We need someone who's committed, who's gonna take these young players under their wing, who's gonna, you know, laugh with them, but also, you know, hey, come on, this in the game, let's sit down and watch the video. When I move here and you cut in, this is what I need. It's going to take time to work with these guys, right? Demand. And I think that's the personality we need first than just the high profile that's on the field. Yeah,
I agree. But, you know, there's only so many guys like that in world football. And I think when we identified Lorenzo Insigne and Bernardeschi, I think we should have known that they weren't those guys. Like,
I disagree. I think Bernardeschi was that. From my interaction with him, I think he was that.
No,
like,
I'm not saying
tried to, but I think when you have two different kind of characters, I don't think Insigne would really bought into that.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm leaning more on the side of that Insigne was not willing, not ready, and he took this opportunity as something else for what it actually was. I think Bernardeschi was up for the task because we saw him play. We saw that translate. He's a scrappy guy, but he's very skilled. And on his day, he's a fantastic player. Yeah. and so is Insigne, to be fair. But when a guy like Insigne doesn't buy in or doesn't embrace the challenge or doesn't embrace the city or the team, why'd you come? You know what I mean? Like, so I think it's about identifying
bro,
the right guy.
you offer someone 30 million. Were you gonna ask them why you came?
Well, so
it's not his fault. He saw opportunity that he wouldn't have got nowhere else in the world. Let's be honest. Nobody in the world was paying him that money.
Saudi would have paid him that much money.
I don't even think Saudi would have paid him that much money.
But if they wouldn't have paid him 30 million or whatever it was, they would have paid him 20. You know what I mean? Like there are opportunities for footballers now. If Thomas Muller really wanted to, he could.
Yeah, but he can't compare Insigne to Muller.
I'm not, but I'm just saying.
You are.
I'm just giving you an example of how.
That's a bad example.
All right, you're right.
Here's a bad example. I'm not taking anything away from Insigne. I don't think he is signed. He hasn't signed anywhere right now.
Yeah, but whose fault is that? It's his.
Well, yeah. At the end of the day, it's his fault because, again, he came here with the offer. We gave him an offer he couldn't refuse. But he's not the player that's going to come in and be like super personality,
exactly,
gung-ho.
Yeah, that's the problem
what I'm saying is we should have vetted that before we even got him.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
And that's what we need to do a better job of vetting these players that are coming in and seeing what are their profiles, their last club. And he's been injured for Napoli for quite some time before he even came here.
Oh, yeah.
His production rate has decreased tremendously.
He was on
I would have rather assigned Giovinco. And just had Giovinco and
completely
Bernardeschi, right? And bring him back.
Yeah.
And just say to Giovinco, again, with no disrespect, is like, listen, you're not going to get the same amount of minutes, but we know you're a champion. You've won championships, and this is all we want you to do.
We know you're up for it.
We want you to just, take the minutes that you get and just bring those young players under your arm.
Yeah.
Bring them under your wing. If Bernardeschi goes a little far right, let's bring him in. But supposedly there was some complex with Insigne. He didn't want he didn't want what's the name here? He didn't want Seba here. Right? And say they want Seba here. So there's like some tension. I don't know if it was a battle of the short guys or whatever the case was, but how do you not? How do you allow someone to come in with so much authority after a guy that's done so much for the club? Right? And that's where, I'm glad he's with the club now. I'm glad he's helping out at the top level. I think we brought him in a little bit too late, but nonetheless, he's here. And I think with having someone that has won, right? That is a winner.
Yeah.
I play with him TST. I know he's a winner, right? I know his mentality.
Yeah.
And now he's helping out, in terms of identifying, who's the right people to bring in. I think it's only going to breed success. I think we need football minds like that and has won at the highest level to come in and to help manage players, to be, and keep a bird's eye view over the team and say, listen, you know what? Can I talk to you a little bit? Hey, you know what? Come on, man. Heads up, man. We need you this year. That stuff goes a long way. The management of these players and accountability needs to be had, especially if we're paying you that much. Muller, Messi, I don't care who it is. If you're paying them that much, they have to be there's accountability there. And as a management, you have to be on top of these guys 24/7.
Yeah.
Right?
100%.
And I think with him in this position now, we're going to see a positive change in those environments.
I suspect we will, and I'm sure he will. Like you said, he's a champion, and he's got a great mentality, and he's a legend here. And I gather that he loves it here. So there's no issues on that side. And at the same token, every signing is a leap of faith. Like, that's just the way it is. You can only scout so much. You can only look at the past so much. And sometimes it works out, and sometimes it doesn't. And in this case, it didn't for one of the guys. But I think to that point, he did leave a sour taste in a lot of Canadians' mouths.
Who's that?
Lorenzo Insigne.
Oh yeah, for sure. 100% he did. 100%. And it's just nothing more so than how he just conducted himself.
Agreed.
And
yes.
that was it.
Yeah.
But let's jumping back to MLS. When you look at the East side now, NYC against Miami. No disrespect to NYC, but I don't see anybody stopping Miami FC right now.
Did you see the stat line by Leo Messi before he came in here?
Frightening.
3 assists.
He's a man.
Goal.
He's a man on a mission. He has his 2 compadres, amigos, gonna retire at the end of this year.
Yeah.
He's a man on a mission, and he wants his brothers to leave with a championship. And he's playing like it.
It's hard to see how anybody's gonna stop him.
Well, it's not just but look at other guys are scoring now.
I know.
And that's frightening.
It's
not like, okay, I got to worry about
horrifying.
Messi and Suarez. Now you got to worry about 3 other guys that now are playing with confidence. These young kids are flying.
Yeah.
And
especially when you got a guy like Messi who's like the best distributor ever, right? And you're like, he's
Just
running
run.
at you, and you got the 2 young guys running on the wings. You got Suarez ahead of him running up the center. How can you stop it? He'll put the ball anywhere. That's what he did.
You don't even have to take a touch.
You don't even
Just
take a
finish
touch.
it.
He'll put it in your mouth if he
Yeah,
needs to do
yeah.
it. You know what I mean? So
He'll put it for your touch.
Yeah.
So you don't have to
Yeah.
take the touch. He'll place it
He's
right there.
basically spoon feeding you goals. You know what I mean?
Listen, man, I've seen so many talented, gifted players. He is special.
It's a different,
He is special, man. We should be so fortunate to have the opportunity that he's playing here in MLS.
We've been gifted 2 of the best players probably ever to play the game, and they have such different styles, and it's so fun and like.
And who's that?
Ronaldo and Messi for the last 15 years.
Yes. I thought you meant MLS has.
No,
Yeah.
but it's just like watching them completely opposite styles, but they're both producing magic in different ways. Like watching Messi play football is like. It's sometimes surreal the way he goes around players, and he's a very small guy, and the way the ball is glued to his foot, and the way that he just produces these moments of magic that you're like, I don't. Watching as a viewer from like the sky cam, I can't even see that pass.
Yeah.
How the hell are you seeing that pass? You can't even see over other players.
The only thing I miss watching Messi play is having Ray Hudson commentate.
I'm so glad you said that, man. That is my guy.
He's my guy too, man. Love that guy.
That is my guy, man. When Ray Hudson and Phil Spector were commentating on El Clasico back in the day, remember he used to call Ronaldo the Dark Invader?
Oh, but he said everything. Little Lionel, magician at work, the magician at work.
Magic! And he would just go on these analogies. I remember
sign him up, man. Inter Miami needs to put that guy back in the commentating booth when he's playing, because he's equally as potent as Messi with his words and his phrases. But yeah, I mean, Messi he's golden, man.
One of them scored a goal a while ago, and I remember he said something like, "It's like throwing a toaster in a bathtub." Who the fuck thinks of that, man? It's electric.
Yeah,
that's
it's
his point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just like, there's a new guy now
You
recently.
could dribble away out of a telephone booth. Bro. He just comes up with
brilliant.
some.
It's truly brilliant.
Yeah.
And there's another guy that's kind of like him, also Scottish. Is former player Ali McCoy is now doing commentary in the Champions League.
But still, come on, man. Ray Hudson is the
the
cake,
GOAT.
man.
Ray Hudson's the GOAT.
Appreciate you, Ray.
Absolutely.
You created some amazing
memories.
But I don't see NYC able to shake this Miami team that is playing with all levels of confidence.
No.
DePaul and Busquets in the midfield holding it down. It's a team that is just beaming with confidence, and it's who's gonna play Miami in the final. That's the way I see it.
I agree.
Not taking any away from NYCFC. Great win against Philly in Philly. Mm-hmm. Huge win, I should say.
Yeah.
Huge, again, team morale booster. I know they're flying confidence. But again, I just think
it's hard to see another team. I think like the only team that can actually give Miami a run for their money is out of the West. Yeah. So that'll be a great final.
Vancouver. I think Vancouver would be because of this whole year and the ups and downs of kind of like the championship, almost qualifying for that in the CONCACAF. They have all that experience going into the playoffs. It's like nothing phases them.
No. And I think, let's recall history here. If there's one team and one player specifically that has a very good record against Lionel Messi,
is Muller.
It's our boy Thomas Muller. So I think, again, it would be a huge surprise for me to see NYC get some sort of result against Miami. I got to be honest with you. You're right.
100%.
They are just too good. They're too powerful. They're too loaded. They're too good of form right now. You got, and it would be a great final to have the team versus destiny versus the team of the moment right now. That's just unstoppable. The unstoppable force meets the immovable object in the final.
I like that.
Yeah, man. That's the way.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
Let's do a quick UCL thing here. I wanted to touch on the fact that you left and Liverpool were losing, and then you came back and Liverpool are still losing. And there's one defining moment from this game here. And I think, Jamie Carragher, former Liverpool player, and one of the biggest football pundits in the world, said this. He wants to see Salah and Van Dijk speak more in the media. He was noting and talking about the fact that Mohamed Salah isn't very vocal as a leader, and he is one of the leaders, probably the best player on that team, and he never says anything about the team, never goes to the media and talks about the team, never gives his teammates an injection. He's too quiet. And in place of him, yesterday after their 4-1 loss against PSV, Curtis Jones had an interview with CBS, and he was saying some crazy shit. So as a former player, I want you to react to this kind of stuff, these quotes I'm going to read you, and tell me a little bit about what this says about the morale in the changing room. Curtis Jones' first quote. I don't have the answers. I'm the same as everybody else. Just unacceptable if I'm honest. I don't have the words. I'm past being angry and sad. I'm at the point now where I don't even have the words. For a long, long time, I haven't experienced a team playing this bad and results like this. But at the end of the day, we still got that badge in our chest. So until the badge goes, we're always going to fight and try to get this team back to where it needs to be and show the world why Liverpool is the best team in the world. But as of now, yeah, we're in the shit and it needs to change.
I think it's honest. He's speaking honestly. I think everybody agrees with that sentiment. Liverpool his expectations are very high. They should not be struggling the way they are, especially at this point in the season. They're letting losses affect them. I'm not sure what's going on the training pitch. We're not privileged to what's going on in the locker room. There's obviously, when situations go like this, emotions flare, clicks start to happen, team morale shrinks, and everybody's looking for excuses instead of looking in the mirror and saying, what can we each do collectively to fix things? Van Dijk, penalty shot early in the game.
I couldn't believe
a player
that.
It's not character for him.
No, that sums up their season.
Right. So there's certain things that the ball is not bouncing their way, whatever it is. They have the team to fix it. They have the depth. They have the quality to fix it, but it's just going through a rough moment. And one thing I've always said is that it's better go through the moments now where doesn't really matter, because if they do fix it and they start steamrolling ahead, it could be trouble.
Yeah.
Right? Because every team's going to go through a challenging moment. Maybe not this long.
This is a bit of a moment.
This is a bit of a moment. Because it's Liverpool. And because as the sentiment said with in this here, is that it's Liverpool, so there's standards. Right? There's high standards. So when teams like this reaches such a dark place, there's going to be questions, even just for one loss. How'd you guys lose? But 4 or 5 losses in a row right now?
They lost on the weekend to Nottingham Forest 3-0.
Yeah.
Which is crazy for them.
Yeah.
And then they lose to PSV 4-1 in the week. So, and again, I'm no disrespect to these smaller teams, but you just said it best. We're talking about Liverpool here. This is a team with standards. And this is a team at the same time with different standards than a lot of other European teams. And what I mean by that is they are one of the most, we talked about this in an earlier episode, they're one of the most connected teams with their community. Mm-hmm. So they demand players to come out and tell them what's up. They demand managers to be transparent. Mm-hmm. And the one thing that their players haven't done this whole run, other than yesterday, was be transparent. And all due respect to Curtis Jones, he's still a relatively young guy. He's still 24, 25 years old. Mm-hmm. Why the hell is he saying this? I want to hear Van Dijk. I want to hear Mo Salah if I'm a Red. I want to hear the leaders of this team come out and tell me what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, but they might be saying things in the locker room that we don't know about.
They might be, but do you think that Salah is saying that? Do you think, like, genuinely? Because he's the quietest guy on the pitch.
I don't think it's Salah's character.
Yeah,
And you got to respect his character. If that's his character, that's his character. You can't expect him to change his character overnight.
No.
Someone like Van Dijk, I would assume,
I
as
think
being
he
a
is.
defender, I think he's
Totally.
definitely throwing all the Dutch words out there, right? But I definitely know that he's taking a stance in the locker room. But again, it's a collective, right? It's a collective that it's either they're gonna continue to shit the bed, or they're gonna rally around each other and get strong and then go for a serious run that we haven't seen before.
But here's the thing, man. Like, I get that it is technically this is not a bad time to be sliding. But we were talking about this when they were losing 4-5.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they've lost 9 out of 12 now.
Mm-hmm.
That's a problem. And if they keep on this trajectory, even for the first half month of December before the Christmas break or whatever it may be, they will have gone down to below the bottom half of the table. They will be out of qualification for the Champions League in the league table in the UCL. It's like this is a beyond a problem now. This is beyond like we can save our season, we can win the league. Now it's about we need to figure it out so we make Champions League next year.
Mm-hmm.
Like their priorities have shifted because they're losing games left, right, and center to teams that they shouldn't be losing to, but they're losing in ways that doesn't happen every game. 3-0 to Nottingham Forest. That's a lot.
There's not a lot of times you get me lost for words, but the Liverpool one,
we're both in the same boat here.
I can't put my hand on the pulse. I don't know what's happening over there at Anfield, and
I'll leave you with this then. You, as a player, you hated to lose.
Mm-hmm.
Do these guys hate to lose? Judging by how they've been handling their defeats.
Listen, it's also a different time, man. I don't know. Again, we go back to the players. Are the players bought in? Are the players are they passionate about the badge? Do they want to live and die for the badge? Are they embracing the coach's philosophies and how his methodology and how they want them to play? Are the players getting along cohesively as a unit off the field? Are there cliques? Are the defense seeing things different than the midfield, and the midfield's feeling different than the forwards? So and the scary thing is, especially in these times, everybody starts to nitpick. Everybody looks at each other and looks at each other.
Smallest little detail.
Right, the smallest little details matter. And as we know at the next level, it's all about the small details, right? So if there's a bunch of little small details in there that's fragmented, your results are going to be like this. You're going to get the handball. You're going to get how'd that goal go in?
I couldn't believe that handball. I couldn't believe it. I've never seen a handball like that in my life. Honestly, DeRo. I don't know what he was thinking.
Yeah, just not. He just was not thinking. And then
raised his hand up in the air like that.
And then you look at it and it's so uncharacteristic. And then you look at it and say, a player at that level, a player of that experience, right? What are you thinking? How do you do that in that moment? So are you putting your hand up like, are you waving the white flag? Like, do I want out? Like, I just want to be out of here. Right. So there's so many questions. And I could only imagine over the next week, there's going to be a lot of stuff coming out on media.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, moving from a bad situation quickly to a worse situation.
Can't go on like this, can it? It can.
It can get worse. Again, last episode we did together, we kind of talked about the situation at Real Madrid.
Oh, Vini.
And we had confidence in Xabi Alonso's ability to handle this room and to handle the star players. Well, some reports from The Athletic have came out. They're sourcing people who are very close to the team and have an inside spot at that dressing room, and it is a shitstorm over there.
Yeah,
it is a shitstorm. They may be getting the results that they're getting. They are top of the table. They're top 5 UCL. Like, this is Real Madrid at the end of the day. They're going to win games no matter what the situation is. But these are the quotes from the Athletic article that, again, their source was somebody very close to Madrid in the room. Their quotes where you can feel the pessimism in the air, starting off horribly. Mm-hmm. And then the state of the dressing room apparently is a complete disaster. Vini was offered a contract by Madrid for approximately 20 million euros. He turned that down, and he requested himself to be the highest paid player ever in Los Blancos history. That would be surpassing Ronaldo's contract of 30 million. So how much does he want to get paid? Saudi money?
Well,
And what's happening with this team?
well, I think
him.
that's a fair ask. Are you putting up Ronaldo numbers?
Hell no, he's not.
Well, then there's your answer.
There's your answer. But
It's
you
very
think,
simple.
But given by his character and judging his character, you think he's just going to sit and take that and not cry about it?
No. But the thing is, and that's what I mean sometimes of social media, and hype. I think he's bought into his own hype.
Totally.
He's in the World Cup commercial campaign. Elon Musk, I think, just wants to do something with him with what's the car?
Tesla.
Tesla wanted to do thing with him. So he's thinking like, I'm the best on the planet.
My shit don't stink.
Yeah, my shit don't stink, but it really does. And it's stinking because
Yeah.
until you can show me that you're putting up R7 numbers,
Nobody does.
then you can talk about being the highest paid player. If you can show up being Mbappe with 4 goals,
Even that.
right? You can show up with that, then okay, you can talk. But
Yeah.
if you're not really backing it up with your production, then for me it was a strategic move to pretty much say he wants out.
He does.
He's trying to force the hand that feeds him, and this is the world of football that we're living in, right? They want the $1 billion contract now. Nobody wants no more hundreds of millions.
Nobody wants to. It's not enough.
Yeah.
But listen, I think whenever we hear something about Real Madrid, whenever we hear a rumor or something, or we pretty much know it's going to happen. I mean, think about the way they bring in players to the club. They basically say, this guy's always meant to play for Madrid. You could say no now. You can deny my transfer now. He's coming no matter what. So in the same vein, I cannot remember the last time Real Madrid dealt with this sort of scandal regarding their coaching staff and the way they run their club. Mm-hmm. It's an extraordinarily tight ship. They have a very low tolerance for bullshit like this. And if this persists, I don't know who is going to go, but I gather that they could very well clean house.
Yeah, I don't think Xavi's afraid of clean house at all.
I'm talking about him. I'm talking about Fiorentino Perez could say, I'm done with this. You couldn't handle the room because of one guy. They're harsh like that.
I know, but I think there's just so much respect there, and we have to remember these clubs have so much respect that and class about them that they wouldn't just do something like that because of their utter respect for Xavi and Alonso of what he's done for the club. He's not just an average player. He's a galactical.
He's a legend.
He's a legend.
He's a legend. But
But do you think Vini could be replaced?
Yes.
Well, there's your answer. There's your answer. So you don't think they know that? And don't take nothing away. I think Vini's a world-class player.
Me too.
I think he's a fantastic player. Whatever he has going on, very similar to Neymar, whatever they have going on, the hype, whatever, believe in their own hype, whatever the case is, but it's a player that can be replaced. Yeah. Can Cristiano Ronaldo be replaced?
No.
Not
really.
his time at Real Madrid.
Not his time. No.
And he can't even be replaced now.
Yeah, it's true.
Of what the impact that he has and the impact that he does, right? Yeah. Until you could show me a player that you could replace him with, maybe Messi. Not even maybe Messi. You could replace him with Messi. That's about it. Either way.
Either or, yeah.
Vini is a player that can be replaced.
Yeah.
There's other players in the world market that would come for... Are you kidding me? Real Madrid? Real Madrid wants me? I'm there. Sign up.
Yeah, where am I going?
In fact, Real Madrid, I would lace up my boots for you guys. I would give me a month and I'll get fit. I'll be ready. I'll be chewing up that wing. I could take a left wing. Old Canadian days under Steve Hart. Put me left wing. Hate it, but it's okay.
You're gonna have to change it.
Yeah, cut it and Hey, bro, it's simple. Mbappe, just run. I'll find your feet. Guys, just run. Don't expect me to be up and down that wing.
Head north.
I can't be up and down the wing. I could be up, but not down.
Yeah.
I'll just keep me going forward. Don't let me come back.
They won't hear a complaint out of you.
No complaints. What complaints?
You're not gonna have that.
The only complaint you'll hear is I'm not in Barca colors, but that's the only complaint. But
you gotta keep that one close to the chest. Like you can't be saying that in the locker room.
No, but he's a player we're talking about that's replaceable. Is my point.
Yeah.
Right. I don't think Mbappe is replaceable. I think Vini. Well, even Mbappe, like you get Haaland, you get like top players, but it's just he's so potent.
You would rather not. Do you know what I mean? And I think it's getting to that point.
He scores 4 goals over Olympiacos. You can't.
Totally.
I always say the stats don't lie.
The stats don't lie. And I think like when we're talking about replacing these two guys, at the beginning of this tenure with them, you both look at them and you say, they are replaceable, but I would rather not.
100%. That's what a lot. I think that's what Xavi's trying to do here. He's trying 100%. To figure out. But there comes a point in the time where, is this player big? Think he's bigger than the team, or are we better without him?
Exactly.
And then that's what they have to really identify.
And whilst Mbappe is still, I don't want to replace him. Vini, they're now leaning towards I don't need this. The team doesn't need this.
No.
He's crying every day. We have our star. Guess who's the star is? He just scored 4 goals against Olympiacos in a Champions League game. So if I need to replace you, England needs a lot of wingers. Mm-hmm. Plenty of those guys are going around. Liverpool signing just about everybody. We got a new signing for you, the Reds. Bring him in. He'll fix all the locker room issues. But for real, I mean, shit. They got Rodrigo on the bench half the time. Okay? Insert him in. They got Muller. They got Bellingham. Real Madrid's going to be fine. And Vinicius, for me, it's so immature. And quite frankly, I am shocked that he's acting like this in a World Cup year. What are you, crazy?
Yeah, but going back to Alonso, I mean, he's still first in La Liga.
Still, but for now,
but still first.
Since we've been
now or not now, it's his first.
We talk about
you can't knock it. He's first.
He's first, but we've talked about this every other episode because it's been in the fucking news all the time, and it gets worse every time. And somehow
you put it on here.
I had to. I had to.
You're the one that put it on here.
I had to. With quotes like this coming out, I mean, we have to talk about this, but we'll move on right now. One bad attitude segment to another. DeRo. Seems like this is a little bit of a personal thing here. So why don't you tell me a little bit about what needs to change with parents in sports nowadays regarding their children in the field? Are they getting too involved? Is it affecting the players? Just speak on this for a little bit here.
Yeah, I think definitely parents' issues are a major problem across sports right now, and trajecting their own passion or their own, maybe they haven't made it far, or their always desire was to go pro and they want their living vicariously through their kids. I've seen so many kids, parents call to me, oh, you should come see my kid. He's amazing. He's ranked one of the best kids for his age group. How old is he? 9, 10. I'm like, 9, 10.
Can't even walk yet.
Dude, are you it's just some people, and then they have them all over the place. They have them at this place, at that place, at this training, that training, and they're not even developed, and then bones are breaking and hamstring problems at 9, 10 years old, 11 years old, 12 years old. Yeah. It's just too much. I think it's really, and I get it, some parents do genuinely mean well. They really want their kids to succeed, and the kids are pushing. But there's a time where the kids just need to be kids too. Yeah. It's coming from a dad that has 2 professionals, and they both have their own journey. And I have one that's 13, they're going to be 14. He has his journey, and none of them were world beaters. None of them were superstars at a young age. They were good, don't get me wrong, but they weren't superstars. They were my son goalkeeper, he was second behind one keeper the whole time. Frustrated, son. Dad, I hate this. I don't want to get. No, that's not an option. To quit is not an option. Just keep working hard. Don't worry. Keep working hard. Just keep working hard. And then soon, he surpassed the one keeper, and then kept going, and started thriving, right? I was just guiding. I'm not forcing them. I'm not making them, because at the end of the day, this is their journey, right? Same thing with the older one. He was there, here, there, everywhere. He finally went into an organization that breathed faith into him, trust into him. And I said, look, at the end of the day, this is your journey. You have to put in the work. I can't put in the work for you. If you are not getting me up in the morning, and I'm the one always having to getting you up in the morning, then I have to question, how bad do you really want this? Yeah. Right? Yeah. But I think parents, you hear them on the sideline, you see them all over the GTA, and they're creating hostile environments, yelling at the referee, you 9, you 10, you 13, you 14, you 15, cursing and just carrying on in a manner that is just not productive, not positive. A kid doesn't want to come out there, and then these kids come with the attitude, right? And as coaches now, you got to deal with these kids that are cursing, and they know, okay, well, if they want you here, we'll move you somewhere else, and we'll go this team, and they want you there, come. It's like entitlement through the roof, right? And I think a lot of the parents are to blame for that. A lot of parents don't want to take the tough talk to be like, okay, your kid's not good enough, but if he works hard, oh, he's not good. Okay, we'll take him somewhere else. Like, that's not the solution. The solution is like, okay, well, what does he need to improve on? X, Y, and Z. Okay, well, let's stay in the program and let's see how he develops and let's see how he grows and develops.
Yeah.
Those are the kids, I tell you, I would say as high as 8 to 9 times out of 10 surpass the kid that's top leading right there.
Yeah.
It's the kids that are fighting and working their behinds off in silent.
Not
and
surprised.
The kid that shows up and he's he's an athlete. He's already got the dribble.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't play him this game. The parents got a thing. They move him to this program. They move him to that program.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen consistently. I've never seen players like that actually make it.
Yeah.
Because when they reach adversity at 18, 19, 20 years old, they don't know how to deal with it.
Well, that can be many. That's raising a kid the wrong way. I think,
yeah, but that's what parents are doing.
Problem.
That's
and
what
I,
the conversation is about.
I think it seems like when I was playing hockey as a kid, hockey parents are notoriously bad. And you get bad parents, you get opposing on your own team. That always happens. But I never ever got the feeling from any of my teammates or anybody that I played against that this kid was going around and saying, "I'm indispensable. I cannot be replaced. I deserve to be here because I am me, and you don't because you are you." I never got that impression from any of the kids. However, now it seems like parents are raising their kids to be like, you're going to be a part of this team, and without proving it, without earning it, you are indispensable. Mm-hmm. When the reality is, I mean, shit, how many kids you get through your academies? Nobody's indispensable.
Nobody.
You are all replaceable.
Yeah.
If you don't do what's needed to be done, you will lose your spot. That's sports.
Yeah,
and we're forgetting that sports is like, guess what, man? It's very easy. It's black and white. Mm-hmm. If you're not good enough, and if you don't have a good attitude about it, doors that way there.
Yeah, but parents now want to come and pop up this nice video camera and at the kids' field,
which
and
is crazy.
They're videotaping them, and you're not seeing no bad moments. You're just seeing the good moments. They're editing it, and by the time you get home, you get a link. Oh, whoa, they posted already, and they're constantly posting and posting.
That's the world we live in.
You look at my kids. I haven't posted anything of them playing soccer as kids. Yeah. I don't do that. Yeah. I just don't feel why is that necessary? They'll prove it out there. If we're at a soccer field and you're not going to me, who's that kid? Then what else do you want me to do?
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And you go to that field and another player's like, who's that kid? Another player's going like, who's that kid? That kid's not bad. That kid's good. Oh yeah, that's my son. Oh really? I didn't know that was your son. Really? I know already. I don't have to push him in social. You're telling me what I'm confirming in my head that I'm seeing.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you're reassuring me that your actually son's pretty good.
And that's the way you prove it too.
And that's how you prove it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't like to put them in social media, put them this, and then the kids start believing their own hype. And then they're looking on there at 9, 10, 11, 12. Look how much likes I have. And it's like, oh, like me. Can you like me? Can you like? It's like, get out of here. Relax. Just take your time. There's no rush to the top.
But I think that's a modern problem though, man.
It's a modern problem.
We talk about social media all the time when it comes to these players. That's an issue at the lowest of levels, at the youngest of ages with all of these guys. And I just think that, it's hard. Honestly, it is hard not to be like that, even if you are raised in a great way and your parents raise you right. It's hard to not.
But you can't hide talent.
You can't hide talent, but it's like how do you do you want these kids not to have social media? Everybody else does. And then do you want them not to promote themselves? And at the same time,
no, I don't want them to promote themselves. I want the world to promote them. And they focus on just staying humble and working your behind off.
Yeah.
And everything will come.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like if you watch my kids' social media, it's not like they don't post all the time. Mm-hmm. It's very subtle. And I make sure of that because I'm on top of them. Take that down. Take this down.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you put something good and people are envious of you. And they want to be, you know what I mean? So
keep your business to yourself.
Keep your business to yourself and they'll read it anyway.
Yeah.
And you keep moving. You don't have to overdo it. right? And that's why I think a lot of people see, oh, this person got picked up from this. No, they didn't. They got picked up because
they're good.
The rest of the world was trying to get that kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, who are you fooling?
Good, man.
Right?
Not because you posted the 3-minute highlight trailer out of a full 90.
Right.
Your kid on Instagram. No, that's
and
not
they go
true.
to all these, they all go to these programs and spend thousands of dollars. Oh, I'm at this team and I'm at this big club in the world, and you can't even make the local TFC team. Like, how is that? How is that? Make that make sense to me.
I think.
And then you have young kids that TFC want to sign, and they think they're so good they're gonna go play in Europe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just crazy not knowing that if you look at the U17, all those kids are playing either in Europe because they're European Canadians, or they are playing in Vancouver, Montreal, or Toronto FC.
Yeah.
And they're playing on the national team. And then from there, you're going to get seen. People are going to pick you up. No different than how I got picked up.
Yeah.
Right? Yes, I was young and people invested in me. I didn't pay one trip to go to Europe. I went to Barcelona. I went to Marseille. I went to I went to so many places. AC Milan. I went to, the list goes, Portsmouth. I went to, the list goes on.
Portsmouth, eh?
Aarhus. I went to Newcastle. I mean, not Newcastle. Wow. There's so many teams. I've traveled the world playing football, and I didn't spend. My parents never spent a dime.
Mm-hmm.
Never spent a dime.
It's a different culture now, though, and I think it's twofold. One of them is that,
I went on trials, by the way. I didn't go like on a team trip.
I know.
About. That's different.
So before I say what I was going to say, favorite place to trial at? I know you're going to say Barcelona.
No, man.
Because AC Milan, when you were probably trialing, they would have been winning Champions Leagues back then.
Man. You're talking about Desai. You're talking about George Weah. You're talking about Baggio, Baresi, Maldini. You're talking about
Van Basten.
Guns. No, Van Basten was
not there yet? Or did he already leave?
No, he's already left.
Okay.
He already left. Yeah. Edgar Davids. Yeah, that team was stacked and just.
Cafu.
Cafu? No, Cafu wasn't there. Cafu wasn't there. No, but amazing. And that's when I saw George Weah, and I was like, yo, this guy's my favorite player, because when we trained against him, what he was doing was just...
Well, I'm pretty sure he won the Ballon d'Or in that
time, that era. Yeah. But Barca was Barca because R9 just came when I was there.
Oh.
Right? And I saw him play his first few games live in Nou Camp.
Phenomenon.
And he truly was the phenomenon. And when they said, listen, we have this new kid, we're investing all our resources into this young kid coming from... was it PSV? And I'm like, well, I'm just as good until I saw him play. I'm like, nah, this guy's next level, man.
Imagine that you're saying,
this guy's next level.
I'm just as good as R9.
Yeah. But just, I feel blessed just to be in those environments, right? Now, again, you have to realize I'm Canadian. Mm-hmm. Let's be honest. I'm Canadian. Like, they're looking at me, where's your hockey stick and skates?
They didn't.
We had no soccer.
No.
Like, so when they're saying you're Canadian soccer, you already had to climb mountains. It's like I came there green with horns, and like they're looking at you like,
your first impression is gonna be bad.
Yeah.
Either way, not bad, but it's gonna be like,
no, it's
who
bad.
The fuck is this guy?
It's bad. It's bad. You're Canadian.
Yeah.
That's how you're
That's
Canadian.
What I'm saying. So you're already.
And I'm like Craig Forrest, like goalkeeper plays in the thing. It's like there's like a few phenomenons, like they're playing. Bunbury was in Portugal doing his thing, but nobody was playing at like those massive clubs.
No.
You know what I mean? And I turned down that 5-year contract at AC Milan because it just wasn't mentally ready, being a street kid, to adapt to structure.
It's a huge change, to be fair.
Yeah, it was
huge cultural change. It's a huge environmental change. It's not easy at that age going away and literally changing your life professionally at the turn of a dime to take a chance away from your family as well. So like that's also a huge factor.
Yeah, I mean, but I was willing to do it.
Yeah, of course.
I wasn't willing to do it at that time, but thankfully the German opportunity came up after the World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm saying with parents, just be patient with the process. And my parents never traveled with me. I traveled all that by myself.
Yeah.
I explored all that stuff by myself. But it was great because it was a great way for me to know themselves.
Oh my God.
These parents can't even let their kids go down the street by themselves.
It's a different
Can't
generation.
let them go carpool with some other kid, go to a tournament because they understand, no, sorry, I can't go and I can't. It's like, but it's not about you. It's about the kid experiencing what it's like to be on your own if this is the journey they want to expect.
Yeah.
Because they have to realize, even when you go to TFC, so what, we're not allowed in training? No. You drop off and you pick up.
It's a professional
I drop
team,
off and
man.
pick up. I have every right to go inside that they're watching.
If anybody's gonna go in,
but I don't.
You know, exactly.
I don't.
Yeah.
I leave it to my son because I realize that's his journey.
Yeah.
And I want to be outside anyway, and just supporting him as an outsider.
Yeah.
Because
Smart,
I
yeah.
want him to come to me in the car and be like, "How was training? Oh, it's okay. Why was it okay? Oh, okay. What'd you do?" Yeah. But you have these drill sergeants that, "Why did you pass the ball? That was so shit today. How the fuck are you playing like that? You had me driving." It's like, dude, relax. It's just a game.
Chill out.
They have training tomorrow. They have a game. Like, why you have to? That's why I'm telling you have to get up and get in the gym. And I signed you up with thing. And the kid's like, by the time he's 16, 17, he's like, I hate this. I don't want to play no
That's
more.
the other thing too.
And then you have the world beaters at 9, 10 that's scoring 13 goals because they're 6'6" or they're faster than all the kids. And then every kid comes the same level, and the kid can't adapt now because everybody just gave him, "Hey, son, Tom, we're signing you. We'll pay your fees. We'll give you everything.
Yeah.
We'll take care of you." And because things get rough now, they're like, "Oh well, I think it's the team or it's the coach." No, it's you and your kid.
You, my guy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think, but also like the way sports are now, it's like if you're not that good at 9 or 10, you're probably not going to make it. I mean, at least like,
I disagree.
I'll speak from a perspective from a different sport. It's like all these guys, like recently, you'll get a really good hockey player, he'll get drafted, and then they'll do a story around him, and they'll show videos of him at 9 and 10 years old, and he's playing like he's 15 or 14.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, but
but I understand.
That's an anomaly,
but the
bro.
same,
That's like,
it's phenomenal. But the same sentiment can be said is like parents will think, okay, my kid is above average of the average 10 or 9-year-old, and then they'll get like you're saying in their idea, and they'll get like you're saying in their heads. They're like, oh, well, he's the next Messi, he's the next Ronaldo, and then once you consider the fact on the other side of things where it's like, if my son makes it professionally, my daughter makes professionally, they're going to be making millions and millions and millions of dollars.
Of course.
So I'm willing
That's what they're looking at. Yeah.
I'm willing to do this down payment of $3-4 grand at a camp that will realistically get me fuck all.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
To have
And then they take him,
payoff later.
and then they take him over there with kids that have been living there, and
which is
and it's
crazy.
just
like
all over the world.
We don't understand. We're so arrogant sometimes. We're like, oh, you know, like my kid can go over to fucking Sporting Lisbon and play in the academy.
yeah.
Dude, they take soccer over there more seriously than we take hockey here.
Yeah.
Do you even know? Can you fathom what that means? Your kid is gonna get mopped.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll move on. Our last segment of the day. Make it quick. We got CONCACAF qualifying and ranking. So the ranking, Canada second in the CONCACAF rankings. I think that's great. I think it's fine, justified.
It's beautiful.
Love to see it.
Love to see US in fourth.
Yeah, keep dropping, baby. Keep dropping. Obviously, you have Haiti over there as well in the top 10. Honduras and Trinidad and Tobago cracked the top 10 at the 10th position.
Jamaica shocking.
Jamaica, I don't know.
Jamaica shocking. I listen. I just can't understand. Like, you know, and again, I know I spoke publicly, open about Hurricane Melissa and what the devastation that it caused the country.
Yeah.
But for Jamaica to perform the way they did in the last match where they had to win, like, come on, man. You guys, come on, give it everything for your country that's been through so much. They go into the next qualifying stage, right? But I'm just saying, you know what I mean? For a country that, you know, I would use that to motivate them before that game. Like, your country just, and I'm pretty sure the gaffer did. I'm pretty sure he must have said, like, listen, like, what a better way. There's families that are just lost loved ones, lost their homes,
lost everything.
This will just lift the country up.
Yeah.
If we qualify, this will lift the country up. Just go out there and have that at the back of your mind and just give everything for every ball and compete. And maybe a little too late, maybe, but I just don't know how Curacao, with all due respect, you lose to Curacao, Jamaica. I don't know. And Curacao is coming in like Jamaica usually comes in. They're there singing and dancing and coming into the stadium with a whole bunch of vibes.
Vibes are great.
You know, yeah. And I'm like, Jamaica's coming like,
locked in, supposedly.
no, man. Like, I don't know. Again, I'm not there, but very disappointed to see. Especially for a country that desperately needed them to grind out that win. This next phase is definitely not going to be easy for them. This next qualifying round for them and Guatemala. Trinidad, another sad situation. Just so sad to see a country that was once represented by some of the greats of CONCACAF, Latipi, Dwight York, Shaka Hislop. The list goes on.
I love Shaka Hislop.
So many, great players, Trinidadian players. To see Trinidad football where it's at right now, it's sad. A country
I was gonna also say, I know that Costa Rica is ranking 5th here, but
no, Costa Rica is another big.
It's a big disappointment for me.
Big disappointment.
Yeah.
Costa Rica, come on, man.
They have World Cup heritage.
They have World Cup heritage.
So it's
they have World Cup pedigree.
Yeah. So it's kind of to finish 3rd in your qualifying group. I don't
get it.
I think it's a huge disappointment.
Yeah, I mean that is a tough group. I'll give them that. That is a tough
group. It's a tough group, but we're talking about
Costa
a team
Rica
that's been there and actually gone. I think it may have been a couple of years ago. They went to the quarterfinals with Keylor Navas and that team. And it's like, you should have taken that moment and built on it. And to be fair, they did, but you can't let it slip away like this.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on
with
the organization, the Federation of Costa Rica. Even when you look at, and it's funny because when you look at CONCACAF club championships, you would see Saprissa, you would see these teams, Alajuelense, and you see these teams doing fairly well.
Yeah,
competing against Mexico teams. Last 4 years or so, Jamaican teams, Trinidad, forget it. Costa Rican teams are slowly declining in those competitions.
So do you think that's ebbs and flows, or just like they're just letting the ball drop for a second and then they're gone?
Well, it's a few things.
It's hard to stay at the top. I get it, but at the same time,
it's definitely hard to stay at top. Mexico's done it.
Canada's doing
Panama
it.
has done it.
Panama's been there for a while.
Panama is not a world beater in the 90s. I never said, okay, we're playing Panama. So we're playing Panama. You're licking your chops.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You're looking at Honduras like, oh shit, Honduras, Costa Rica. Oh man, Trinidad even like, wow, tough opponent. Jamaica, tough opponent.
Yeah.
I'll take Panama, but come 2010, 2011, 2012, Panama just kept rising and rising and rising, and it doesn't look like they're slowing down anytime soon.
Yeah,
they have the right leadership. I would honestly say it's leadership, and they're doing whatever it takes to making sure that they're always a force to be reckoned with at the international level. Mm-hmm. Costa Rica's lost it. I know they were in a big rebuilding stage, even though I don't know how they're going to be a rebuilding stage because they have a professional club. They have a professional league, right? So they need to keep dumping resources into developing their own and developing that league so it gets stronger and stronger. Because when you think about how many World Cups Costa Rica, as you mentioned, is qualified, their league should be up there.
2022, 2018, 2014. I know for sure they were there.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
So that's a lot of money generating. So
guess what?
That should be pumped into your league.
That's more than Italy.
Yeah, right.
Last 3 times.
So that should be pumped into your program.
Yeah.
But Canada second, I think, first or second, we've always said Mexico. We've always said that we need to be ahead of the U.S. and we have it here.
Let them drop.
So how are we second in CONCACAF, but still in world ranking, they're still ahead of us?
U.S. That's right. They are. What are they ranked right now? I
think
they're in
14th?
The teens. Yeah,
14th, 15th.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of teams realistically here that are ahead of Canada that shouldn't be.
Yeah. But we're going in the right direction, and it's very important and imperative that we make sure that we learn from Costa Rica and Jamaica and Trinidad, these countries that have made World Cups, that how can we keep
not
evolving? How can we keep growing? And it's refreshing to see our under-17s, which it was non-existent. Let's be honest, Canada's soccer at U17 at the international level is non-existent. Mm-hmm. We've had teams go to World Cup, but to pass the next round, it's refreshing, right? It's refreshing. That needs to be a staple. That needs to be consistent.
I think it will be.
No, we don't need to think. It has to be, right? Under 17s, under 20s, Olympics now. We got to qualify. We got to keep consistency now. We got to put teams that are going to consistently qualifying. I agree. I think it's going to be, especially with the strength of MLS. I keep going back to MLS, and these kids are competing day in, day out, day in, day out.
It's growing every day in
the
this
competition
country,
is getting harder and harder within those walls at Montreal, Vancouver, and Toronto. It's sad to see Valor drop out of the CPL. It's not a good look, but we need that league to thrive as well, because we need players to have other resources beside 3 professional teams.
There needs to be a lot of options.
Yeah,
and a lot of options to grow
more
as
options.
well. So, yeah, totally.
Great segment, though.
Great segment.
Episode 12.
Episode 12, done and dusted. If you're driving out in the snow today, please be careful. It looks like Mad Max Fury Road out there. But thank you for listening to DeRo and the Diehard, episode 12. We'll be back next Friday with the best podcast north of the border. DeRo.
December 5th, lock in. We'll know where the chips lay.
Lock in. See you guys next week.